Hi everybody, Hellcracks here, just doing a little update for the channel, just to let you know Thursday night that we'll be having a show for the Musty Wargamers over on my channel, so just to let you know that's going to be happening. Palmer won't be around due to the fact that he has family engagement he has to go take care of and get his daughter from college, so he'll be on the road. Alright, so that'd be 9 Central Time or 9 Chicago Time or 10 Eastern or New York Time. Just give you an idea of when that show will be happening. We have a couple topics, basically symmetrical versus asymmetrical wargaming and what kind of games those are. So that's the topics that we'll be having. Alright, so what you see here is little guys, little 15mm American Civil War. I started working on these guys. I'm just basically getting all the colors down to all the locations before I do the cleanup. Right now, all I have is the tunics and pants, guns are sort of done, and flesh tones. So I still got to go and do the all metallics and the blacks, highlighting all those. And what you see here, this is the part of the Iron Brigade on this side, and this is just your regular line troopers over on this side. You got 54 regular stands and should be 9 command stands, and this will be for Fire and Fury wargaming system. This is how they're based out for these guys like that. So it's taken me a little while to work on these. There's a lot of details that you got to pick out on them. For even such a small little model, there's a lot of stuff on them. So you got the canteens, you got ammo pouches, web gear, hats. In the Iron Brigade, you know, they use more of the fancy dress hats that you can see. And you can barely see right at the top, there's a little horn, like a musical instrument right up at the top. You can see the glare, you can barely see it there. That has to be picked out in kind of a brass gold color. So I'll show you some finished ones that I have done. I got four units, 4 regiments of the Iron Brigade put together. And the Iron Brigade was, I think, 8 or 10 different regiments all together from Wisconsin, Indiana, I think some are Illinois too, that were all part of that brigade. Fairly large unit. Stand numbers range from, I think, 6 to like 18. The number depends on where in the war it was. If they're early in the war, they had a lot of stands, and later as casualties mounted, you know, they slowly dwindled down. But so there's those. I have 54 regular stands, and then you got these command stands. So each command stand has an officer, a musician, drummer, and a banner. Typically, you will have one banner will be the national banner, which has the American flag. Then you have the unit banner, regimental banner that they'd carry. That's usually the state regimental banner. So there should be 2 banners, but the way Fire and Fury is based, you have 3 models per base, which is 1 inch by 3/4 inch, or 25 by, I think it's 13, something like that. So for millimeters. So yeah, kind of hard to put 4 on when you only have 3 space. So you got to have your officer, musician, and banner. So I'm pretty much going to just go with the national federal banner, and then if I have a few extras back here for extra command stands that I have, I'll probably put state banners on these guys. For that way it's kind of showing it's a fairly, it'll be 2 like that side by side. So you'll have your 2 banners for the regiment, but a lot of command staff going on. So there's that. Alright, so put those back there. You can see I'll bring them up here. There's 6 of them. So I based everything on 10s. So 10 stands would be a base regiment. And I was looking at the scenario books, and like I said, it can vary from 6 to 18 for the number of stands. So some of these might be not enough. Some will be extras. So we condensed them down. And typically you'll have a typical game is 100 to 250 stands. There's some big battles that had like 350 stands in the scenario book, and I'm nowhere near that yet when it comes to the number I have, because I have 54 stands, I have 36, and then I have another 70 more stands in the box that are in the wings to be worked on. So I have slightly larger than a small game. So eventually I'm going to have to buy probably 4 more packs of, next time they have a sale going on for Civil War, I might buy another 4 or 6 more packs, probably command and some more cavalry to expand that out, and just this type of command, so I can build a lot of different state flag command stands. Alright, over here is for Lord of the Rings. Just did some works on these. You got Lord of the Rings. These are the armies of the undead. You know, if you ever watched the Lord of the Rings movies, when Aragorn, he went through and collected up the armies of the dead. Now it's this is the guys. And I went with the, because you look at in the movie, they're all kind of glowy green. That's the look I went with to kind of paint the models to a certain color, put a little bit of metallic, rusted metallics in some places, and then do a light dry brush of white over it, and then I put the Army Paint or Speed Paint Malignant Green over top of that. And that's where your green glowy color comes from on these. So you can see the browns, you know, like the web gear, all the harness and everything has been painted. And then I just went over with the Malignant Green to give everything that glow that makes them look kind of like the undead. You can see aspects of the model there, and then go from there. And you have the king. Kind of was sort of testing his cloak. I still got to go in and do all the metallics and stuff yet, and then the sword. Go from there. And here's the banner. The banners. This is a 3D printed banner. I took a piece of wire. I have a bunch of wire, and drill this out, and so he's holding it, and then so the banner pole won't break or bend. It's pretty solid wire. So that's those guys. Friend Jesse, who also has some of the undead army, he's doing it his way, and I kind of show him these, and he likes these. So it's hard to say if he wants me to do the other ones. It doesn't take very long to paint them out when you think about it. Just got to let everything dry. Alright, so yeah, just to let you know, these are Old Glory 15s, historical and fantasy miniatures. So there, just in case you want to look them up. You got the website and everything. So there. That's what I got to get some more of those. Finish out the armies. Yeah. When you start getting into historicals like this, you need a lot of models. But the thing is, it's only like $18 to buy a pack of 48. So they're not that bad to get these. So probably in June, I usually have a big sale in June, so that's when I'll probably pick up some more. All right. There we go. Here is some artillery. I got 7 batteries right here that are finished up, that I need to be, still have to seal those up. I finished them and they needed to be sealed, and when it's like, hey, it's raining, they're just going to sit there and wait. And by the time I got around to having some free time, it started raining again. So yeah, I'll get around to finishing those. And over here in the box, looks like I got a kind of a storage box right here for just holding them while they're on the table. I want to get kind of a low slung box, and I'll have put in the bottom of the box so they don't slide around. Let's see if I can grab it. Here we go. It's this stuff right here. It's really sticky. This is stuff you put in the bottom of drawers from kitchenette stuff. I always put these in the bottom of my tubs. So I want to get a low slung tub that's really narrow. I might have to get it off like Amazon, but something that's really like that, but fairly large, so I can put all these models in the bottom of it, you know, with that stuff, so they don't slide around. But here is 4 regiments that I got. These are also Iron Brigade. You can see here, you can see the hats have the little brass horn up top. You got your brass buckles, belt, and everything. Over here to fill everything out, canteens and whatnot. All their little gear that's on there. The base colors go fairly quick, and then after you clean everything up, then you got to put on all the different, pick out everything. And then here's a dual. I have a few dual banners where it only has 1 officer, no musicians, and I put 2 flags on it. I was told I need better flags. These things are not so great, but you can purchase flags. I didn't go that route. But here we have a couple commanders there, a couple of officers, and I got 3 more artillery stands, so a small battery, you know. So between it I got 10, and I want to order another one of probably the heavy guns to add to the mix. And typically you get, I think it's 6 artillery pieces in a bag. So there. And over here is what's in the wings. And here's, I think it's 70. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 70 stands just waiting in the wings to be painted. You know, they've been primed, so whenever I get around to working on them, it won't take me too long. It takes about a week of steady, heavy progress. This will probably be 2 weeks worth of work right here. The ones that are on the table will take me about a week and a half of hard work. So that's about 2 weeks worth here. And then down here, we have some more command stands to go with. So the command stand, there's no command stands in here, so this is all the command stands. These here, 6 plus the commander, go with these guys here, so those go together. This here is cavalry. That's my cavalry stands. We got cavalry stands with dismounted troopers and a few officers to go with them. Kind of not focusing very well, but there you go. That's everything I have to go with that route. So probably by June or so, sometime in June, I'll have all this stuff that you see will be probably finished and ready for a game. And I need to get with friend Mel, who has a bunch of painted stuff, and we played a few games of the Fire and Fury. We used to play the old Fire and Fury, and then we played a game of the New Fire and Fury Regimental. So gonna have fun with that. Now over here, you can see Lord of the Rings, more stuff. I've been slowly working on these guys, adding a bit of paint here and there to them. Some of it's speed paint, contrast paints, and others just regular paints. So I put regular paint on them, and then put contrast paint over top of that. So you can see they're progressing along, bit by bit. So I'll grab a few, do some work on some, and then work on something else, and then grab some more and take them over to the table and work on them. So they're slowly getting done. So there's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 26. 26 mounted for the Riders of Rohan, the Rohirrim. And for every model here, there's a corresponding foot soldier. So if they get unhorsed, then they have to take the regular model. Let's say one of these guys gets unhorsed, then you got to put down a model to represent them. We did play a game, was Uruk-hai against Saruman in his Uruk-hai warriors versus the Riders of Rohan. And basically the poor Riders of Rohan got slaughtered, except for all the hero types, which you can see, like this front row is all the hero types. And they survived the battle, and by the time we decided to quit, there was a big thunderstorm rolling in, and we said, let's call it before it hits us too hard and we get wet getting to our vehicles. So we ran for the door. But the hero types were killing stuff every turn. Some of the regular troopers were killing some orcs along the way, and both armies had broke, and we still did our stand fast, so we were able to continue fighting. And then it was like, well, got one more turn. I looked at the radar and said, within 15 minutes we're going to get soaked. So by the time we cleaned up and we were walking to our cars, it was like starting to come down with big giant wet drops, and we're like, let's get out of here. I'm glad we quit when we did. But we could have continued on, and I had killed all the Uruk-hai captains and their what do you call them, berserkers, and he still had a handful, like 5 regular Uruk-hai warriors and Saruman, and I couldn't do anything to Saruman. And it's one of those things where Theoden King was gonna go one-on-one with Saruman. So that's Theoden right there. Eomer here, and we got Eowyn. This is Gambling, I think it is, and gosh, I can't remember this guy's name, but he's another hero type. But it was a pretty decent game. Had fun. And so that's where we're at. Hopefully you guys will join us Thursday night for the show and see how that comes out. So got a couple topics related to gaming. So we'll hope you see you guys there. Elk Rex out.